visiting with Noah Wyle right now. You're, I don't know what to tell
Oh, I
you.
didn't realize we were talking about my brother on the radio.
The series has got a lot of different layers to it. It's just not, us versus them bad guys. I mean, there's a touch of humanity in discovering yourself in the series.
Yeah, that's very true. One of the things that attracted me to this was exactly that. It was two things, really. It was that kind of peeling the onion storytelling. The more questions that get answered, the more that get posed. You're finding out, as the audience is finding out, different information about the aliens, and by the end of the season, you have to radically reassess everything you thought was happening and kind of have to redefine it.
Well, there's a cliffhanger at the end of every episode, it seems like.
Yeah. But this idea that we get back something that these characters have lost absolutely everything that they know in the attack and the invasion. But they start getting back these core elements of their humanity. The relationships take on a greater degree of authenticity. Everybody acts a lot more communally. And we get back these sort of things that make us intrinsically human in the face of this unbelievable loss. It's kind of cool.
Now, you say something very interesting. In the premiere, you say there's 4 things: retreat, regroup, return, or revenge. So far, in the first couple of hours, we've seen retreat and regroup.
Yes.
So we're going to see revenge, probably episode,
Return
5 or
and
6?
revenge. Revenge I would save till 8 or 9. Return in 6 and 7, and the rest of it is regroup and retreat.
What's it like having the name Steven Spielberg associated with the series, though?
It's the gold seal. I've had the great opportunity now for almost 20 years to work for him. He was one of the executive producers on ER. So
That's
for
right.
20 years I've been sitting at his elbow or at his lunch table watching the most masterful storyteller of my generation ply his trade, and be continually amazed at how, on any level of production, when he puts his 2 cents in, it only enriches the project.
That's true.
Astonishing.
And TNT, of course, their slogan is "We know drama." Oh man, there's a lot of drama in this series.
Oh, there
a lot
is.
of drama.
Yep, true.
So you guys actually did the pilot for this a couple of years ago.
Been sitting with this one for a while, yeah.
What took so long?
Well, it was a combination of factors. We shot the pilot, and there's so much special effects in this show that not only had to be rendered, but had to be designed from the outset. So, there was a long period of time where everybody was trying to figure out what these aliens should look like, what the spaceship should look like, what the world should look like. So that took a lot of time to design. And then network has to sort of test that and see whether or not they want to put all the production money behind going to series, which they did a year ago.
Right.
And then we filmed from July to November of last year the bulk of our episodes for the first season.
I can tell you the aliens look scary, but it must be tough for you as an actor. You don't even know what you're looking at, what you're reacting to.
No, they give you a tennis ball on the end of a stick. And
That's
it's
how
the
they
most
do it?
terrifying thing you've ever seen. Yeah.
Draw a little happy face on the tennis ball.
Exactly.
Oh, man. And, of course, dealing with all the special effects. Now, if you had to sum up the show to get our listeners to watch the premiere, what would you say? How would you sum it up in 5 words or 1 sentence?
Well, I don't know if I can do it in a sentence.
I'm going to say intense. That's what I'm going to say. Very intense.
It's a very intense show. I think at its core, it's a family drama and a character drama in the context of being a science fiction alien show. So if you're not a big sci-fi buff, that doesn't preclude you from coming to the table.
No, it's about family.
There's a lot more to it than just aliens and spaceships. And it's a lot of the inter-character drama that really drives the storyline through the season. And the aliens serve as, a backdrop more than anything else.
All I can tell you is you've got to watch it. You're going to be hooked by the first episode, the cliffhangers, and there's a lot of layers to this very special series. I can tell you that. Now, you play a professor, so it's interesting because you're with the civilians, you're not with the military, so to speak.
Yeah,
you're second in command.
I'm second in command of this group of 300 survivors, and given the task of basically being in charge of the civilians. There's 100 fighters who are former military who are being led by a character that Will Patton plays named Captain Weaver. And he and I fall on opposite ends of the leadership spectrum. He's the militarist and I'm the humanist.
So you're saying in future episodes there's going to be a big conflict between you and
Yeah, he and I go head to head.
Okay,
eventually.
a little insight right there.
Yeah.